years to come.
Definitely. And Nodirbek coming back after that
Defeat yesterday.
Yes, really sad defeat. And with the black pieces again. Two in a row.
He gets a double black.
He, after a loss, you want to bounce back, maybe have an easier opponent.
This is your reward?
Fabiano Caruana.
Yeah.
Let's see what opening we're going to see. Knight f3, d5.
D5.
We expect d4, c4.
Okay, so this is an invitation that a lot of players eagerly take up, like d5, d4. I've seen Nepo on many occasions going for a Benoni defense, if you will. Benoni on the reverse. E7, E6, however, was...
Well, it might be Catalan if we see d4 on the board.
Yeah, G3. Yeah, black hasn't ruled out d5, d4 either, but G2, G3, an invitation to play into the Catalan. And Peter, today's players, they are ready to play d5, d4. Our predecessors weren't so eager to make that move.
Yeah, I think it's become a lot more normal.
But there it is, 2-1, and castles on the board. Now the moment of truth: Queen c2, b3, d4. I don't think that there's any other choice. A bad choice for white would be knight c3. Knight c3.
Yes.
After all,
transposed into one of the main lines.
Absolutely, with a4, knight c6.
This h6 move,
Knight c6 is not a very popular move. Although, it's a second most popular move in this position, but it's 10 times less popular than bishop d7. Is I guess my point.
Yeah.
So going back to knight c6, queen takes c4.
Right.
Here, h6, way down on the list. Borderline novelty, h7, h6 here.
Yeah. And then I'm very, very surprised by the move bishop d2 as well. h7, h6.
We're waiting to see the smart board on the screen.
Okay. h7, h6.
Yeah, I think queen d5 is...
Bishop d2, that was for me surprise.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess the idea is to follow it up with rook c1 because you are expecting queen d5 to happen, but because you were given.
Which we've been seeing.
If you don't see this whole line starting with knight c5 and c6, perhaps there's not much else, because knight c2 was threatened, and there's no easy way to parry it.
And also, by the way, we do have a first result of round 4.
Right, it was a draw between Bogdan Daniel and Pragdananda. As we expected, it was a draw in the opening.
Sad to say, there was not much content going on in that game. From the very opening, it just seemed balanced throughout. This was a beautiful line for those of you joining us late. Bishop takes c5, d4 takes c5, knight c2. We've been seeing this back and forth, and you would just like to take this bishop, followed by c7, c6, and you're perfectly fine, except it's white to move, and white does not move the rook. But with the move c5, c6, as Peter was explaining to us at great lengths, white is for choice in the resulting positions. That was why the move bishop c3.
Not an easy move to see from it.
No, but bishop c3 really eschewing all of those tactics. That was pretty sad for us. And again, we are in the situation where with the move rook a1, Fabi can claim the draw. Now, I wanted to ask you, Peter, when you were playing Anatoly Karpov, when Karpov was white, he would make a repetition here and there, and then he would always play on. Whenever he was white, he really felt like he should play. Do you think that Fabi is in that mold of Anatoly Karpov, that white wins?
In general, I don't even think it's connected with him playing the white pieces here. I think he is just a very ambitious player, as most of players starting, I guess, from his generation are. It's just that the way not to make a draw here is to play bishop takes b4, which, as I mentioned, he could have done from e1.
Right.
If he thought this gave him any advantage whatsoever, he could have done it instead of bishop c3.
Right.
It's available here. And I would argue the rook is better on a1 than it is on a2. I don't know what it does on a2 necessarily.
Exactly.
So I think he's kind of... the reason draw hasn't really been agreed yet is because he is very ambitious. And even on 15 minutes, even after clearly not finding anything, he is double and triple checking to see if maybe he is missing some way to continue. But yeah, I think he still doesn't go for it here because he is down on the clock now, and the resulting positions after the trade are very safe for black.
There you have it, rook a1 on the board. Nasi, Peter was just saying that the time differential is pretty severe.
Yes,
Actually.
it's 14 minutes against.
And there we're stopping of the clock as Nodirbek is about to tell the arbiter, I intend to play the move knight c2, and I intend to claim a draw, and it will be upheld. Yeah,
it will be upheld. And so this is the first round where we do get to see what used to be absolutely normal fare in close round robins.
Yes.
People making somewhat uneventful shortish draws. Yeah, but a lot of fights on the other boards though. And some very startling developments, in particular in the game between Maxim Vachier-Lagrave and the world champion Gukesh, where